Bill Gates keeps it surprisingly simple. Today, we're counting down 10 shocking facts about his watch collection. Kickstarting our countdown today is the $70 casual dive watch. You'd think a billionaire with one of the highest net worths in the world would be rocking a Rolex or a Patek Philippe. Instead, Gates wears a Casio Duro MDV106 1AV, a rugged dive watch that costs only $70. This watch, released in 2013, has a black face, stainless steel case, simple hour markers, a resin strap, and 200-meter water resistance. It's practical, no doubt, but also a bit surprising for someone who could afford any luxury brand on the planet. The funny part is that Gates is worth billions, yet his most recognizable watch is something you could grab at Walmart. It's like expecting a private jet and getting a bicycle. His choice says a lot. While he has the money to buy anything, he keeps it simple, and maybe that's the real flex. Now, before you laugh, hold tight. Our number 2 is even more bargain bin. The $25 everyday date watch. Bill Gates seemed to have a soft spot for Casio watches. Aside from his Duro, he's also been seen wearing the Casio MRW200H 1B2 VDF. This watch is as simple as they come. It has a black analog face, a date window at 3 o'clock, and reliable quartz movement. There's no sparkle or high-end tech, just pure practicality. In fact, the price is pegged at $25 on Amazon. That's the kind of money you might set aside for a kid's Christmas present. For someone who co-founded Microsoft, you'd expect a watch that screams luxury or innovation. But Gates keeps it modest, showing he values function over flash. Sure, that sounds penny pinching, but wait till you hear about number 3. Up next is the $24 digital alarm clock on a strap. Among Gates' watch choices, the cheapest one is the Casio W214H 1AV Illuminator sports watch. Priced at just $24, it's a fully digital watch packed with handy features like LED light, stopwatch, countdown timer, and multiple alarms. It's the kind of gadget students or sports lovers can wear every day. In fact, it's not too different from the classic Casio F191W many of us remember from school days. What makes it interesting is that the co-founder of Microsoft, a man worth billions, chooses something so ordinary. Instead of a diamond-studded timepiece, he wears a watch you could easily grab online or at an office store. Making it to number 4 is the underrated Microsoft Smartwatch. Back in 2004, Microsoft launched the Spot Watch. It was an acronym for Smart Personal Object Technology. Made in partnership with brands like Fossil, Tissot and Swatch, it could show the weather, stock updates and even instant messages. That was more than a decade before the Apple Watch. Naturally, Bill Gates wore one, and today this discontinued gadget is considered a $200 collector's item. In many ways, it turned his wrist into an early version of AOL Messenger. What this shows is that classic Gates is always ahead of the curve and more interested in innovation than appearances. Okay, that's cool tech history, but hold on to your pocket protectors because number 5 is the most expensive watch he's ever rocked. Bill Gates' most expensive watch choice was the Tag Heuer Professional 2000. Compared to his usual Casios, this one was definitely a step up, costing around $1,400. He even wore it to a conference in the Philippines, where an interesting moment happened. Gates asked a watch enthusiast to guess its price. The man guessed $600, but the actual value was more than double. Instead of correcting him with a smug smile, Gates handed over the watch as a gift. Even his luxury moment turned into an act of generosity. Rather than stacking up Rolexes, he made a memory by giving one away. Meanwhile, if you're enjoying these wrist secrets, hit the like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing luxury hacks and tech gossip. We're just getting warmed up, now back to the list. The next amazing fact about Gates is that he lives in Xanadu 2.0, but still wears cheap watches. We all know Bill Gates has a $130 million mega mansion that's over 66,000 square feet with 24 bathrooms. With a home that extravagant, you'd expect his watch collection to be just as luxurious. But Gates still sticks to his simple Casios. He doesn't own Rolexes or even flashy brands. The guy just sticks to the same affordable pieces he wears everywhere else. He's even said he's never downsized from that mansion, and when it comes to watches, he keeps things surprisingly low-key. It's a funny contrast, like flying your own private Boeing 747 just to pick up groceries and then choosing the cheapest cereal on the shelf. Although Gates can be extravagant, except when it comes to his wristwear, let's see how he compares to other tech titans. Did you know Gates watches are cheaper than Zuck and Jobs? In the world of tech billionaires, watches often make a bold statement. Steve Jobs, Apple's co-founder, was known to wear a custom gold Rolex. Mark Zuckerberg once showed off a diamond-covered Audemars Piguet nicknamed the Zucky, valued at around $650,000. And then there's Elon Musk, who likes to joke that he doesn't even wear a watch because he doesn't want to look at time. But Bill Gates, he takes a completely different route. While his peers choose luxury or opt out entirely, Gates keeps it simple with his affordable Casios. Among these tech titans, he stands out not for extravagance but for practicality. It's not about whether money buys taste, but that Gates has unlimited choices and still prefers function over flash. That makes him in many ways Silicon Valley's quiet, frugal fashion king. Now, even at a White House dinner with Trump or a glitzy interview, he's the guy with the everyday Casio. Let's get to that. So, what exactly happens at this White House dinner and interview appearances? In September 2023, Bill Gates joined other big-name CEOs at a Trump White House dinner. Imagine Tim Cook dressed in a tuxedo, Mark Zuckerberg in a sleek suit, and then Gates, most likely in his signature sweater, paired with a $25 Casio. And it's not just at dinners. In interviews, conferences, and even TED Talks, he's rarely seen with high-end jewelry or luxury pieces. Gates approached these events almost like casual hangouts, and his watch choice reflects that relaxed mindset. It's the style equivalent of showing up to a red carpet in Converse sneakers. The difference? Gates pulls it off effortlessly, because he's Bill Gates. Now, if you think living large means looking large, our next fact will make you rethink luxury. Gates' watchword for luxury is generosity. He's always leaned more toward giving than indulging. Through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, he funds scholarships, provides vaccines, and invests billions into global health and education. If he wanted, he could easily sponsor something like a Coca-Cola scholarship program, but instead he chooses causes that shape the future. The fun part is that while he's pouring billions into solving real-world problems, his wrist tells a different story. There are no luxury price tags, just a sturdy Casio, the kind of watch you can get as a college gift. It shows that Gates' true splurge isn't on himself, but on making the world better. That's his version of real value. Now, want another laugh? The last fact will knock your socks off. Finally, do you think time is a billionaire's best investment? You know, Bill Gates could wear any luxury watch he wants, but he chooses not to. Instead of spending big on flashy timepieces, he puts his wealth into technology, health, and philanthropy. For him, a watch is just a tool to tell time, not a status symbol. That mindset is actually his richest move. More like he values impact over image. Gates proves you don't need gold or diamonds on your wrist to make a statement. Sometimes, a $24 Casio says more than a Rolex. So, if Bill Gates can rock $25 watches, what does your watch say about you? I'd leave you to answer that. Now, want to know what others really think of your watch? Then go check out our next video. Trust us, it's a timely eye-opener. See you there.